Hi guys, welcome to my March bullet journal spread video. And sorry if it's a little loud, I just have the window open since it's finally 50 degrees outside, so I'm letting my room breathe after this long winter weather. I just need some air circulating. I need a little warmth in my room. Anyways, this video took so long to make because I'm in school now and I have a lot of exams coming up, so I've been studying a little bit, but it's almost done. I'm in the works of editing it. It should come out either today, Wednesday, or tomorrow, Thursday. Today's drink is a Cosmic Stardust Alani. Tastes like a grape. Very good. Anyways, regardless of when this video comes out, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. Alright, as you guys can see, I already did most of the sketch for the House Moving Castle for my cover page because it's literally so intricate and it took so long, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. And thankfully I did this at the beginning of my bullet journal journey because, as you can see later on, I get a little lazy. The next page, I'm doing The Cat Returns, and the reason why I'm doing The Cat Returns is I love the quote so much, even though I never watched it. But now, after drawing all these cats, I'm like, I need to watch this show because I love cats. I'll show you guys later on what the quote says, but for now, this is the sketch. And then right next to it, I did Totoro for my goals page because it is so cute. And that really is just the reason. It was just cute, and I also saw it on Pinterest. For the monthly layout, I always do this onsen duck thing whenever I do a Ghibli theme. I don't know why, I guess it just speaks to me. I really love the way that they're just like so cute and relaxed. That's the theme that I need for this month. I need to be in an onsen ASAP. For the reading log, I did Ponyo, mostly because the bubbles, I feel like I could print out a picture of a book and just like place it in there. But also, I really love Ponyo. It's one of my top Ghibli movies. First is House Moving Castle, maybe it's Ponyo, and then I think the third one would be Spirited Away. For the habit tracker, I just have Kiki's Delivery Service because, again, I saw on Pinterest this drawing of Kiki and Gigi with a bunch of gifts stacked up. I felt that the gifts would be a good place to put all the numbers, but later on you'll see how it gave me a little bit of a struggle coloring it in. Like the monthly layout, whenever I do a Ghibli themed bullet journal, I always have the mood tracker assisted sprites. I think it just really speaks to me. For the favorites, I just have Arrietty. I actually never watched Arrietty, like The Cat Returns, but after drawing it, I'm kind of interested in seeing what the movie's about. For my monthly layouts, I like to keep it very simple because it's where I put the things I need to get done for that day, and I don't really want it cluttered. So here you just see that I have another Totoro, and then the next page I just have Gigi and Kiki looking at each other, which I found really cute. Also saw on Pinterest. Again, all of these things are inspired by Pinterest. None of these I really come up by myself. Like these onsen cards, it's really cool. It's from Spirited Away, and that was one of my weekly layouts. This might be my favorite weekly layout. It's Ponyo, and it's the scene where the mom cooks them ramen, and it was super cute. I also really love the Ponyo house. Did you guys ever see that house that was like in the middle of a mountain? It kind of reminds me of that. The next page is also one of my favorites. It's the cat bus, and later on you'll see how I colored it in. I feel like it came out so good. For the House Moving Castle weekly layout, that's when I got lazy. I really did not want to be drawing at this time, but I just wanted to finish the bullet journal as well. So I just decided to draw them without a face, and I kept it simple with the ring on the bottom. Lining my art is my favorite part of bullet journaling. I just feel like lining the art makes it pop out so good. The sketch gives it like a really artistic look, but the line art makes it very clear and cut. I really like it, especially putting all the lines in that wing. I felt like it made my art pop out really well. I was debating actually whether or not I wanted to color this one in because I loved how much the line art looked. But as you can see, look at all those details. It literally took forever, but it came out so good. And then at the end, I decided to add clouds to make it fill up the space in between. Like the House Moving Castle, The Cat Return also has a lot of details, and I really love all the lines and the intricacies in the houses. I really like putting those shelling on the roof. My favorite part was also drawing all the cats in the cat bridge. I don't understand how one person can just create all these things. Like, it's so magical. I really want to just transport myself into a Ghibli world. But yeah, as you can see, the quote says, whenever someone creates something with all their heart, then that creation is given a soul. And I felt like that was such a cute quote that we need for March. I need to channel my inner creative. And for the goal page, I just have Totoro, very cute. The monthly layout, I really enjoyed these blocks that didn't require a ruler. I feel like it gave it a little bit more character, and I just rounded out the edges. I kind of want to do one where I round it out with colored markers for my next bullet journal. I'll see which colors I go for. But yeah, my favorite part about the onsen ducks is just like that dead-eye stare that they have. It's like they're looking nowhere in particular. It's just so funny to me. Again, with the reading log, I kept it simple since it's going to be filled up with a bunch of words, and I felt like Ponyo's bubbles really provides that purpose for me. My favorite part of this bullet journal spread is the table that Kiki is resting on. I really like the details of it. I dreaded filling out this mood tracker because the suit sprites, as we know, is all black, and I had to individually go in through everyone and line everything out really nice. I wish I added more soot sprites without the candy in their body so I had less to outline. And I can't just make them round, I had to put a bunch of spikes on them, which added more to it, but I guess it was easier since I didn't have to go in the lines all the time. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this one turned out. It ended up being one of my favorite slides in my bullet journal spread. I really like Arietti's big red clip, it's so interesting. I also just did the weekly spreads free-handed. I didn't put any rulers on it. I just kept it very simple because I was losing inspiration and I didn't want to keep drawing. I would say my onsen cards came out pretty straight for just freehand, but it definitely would have came out better if I used a ruler. I really like the art style of the opening and closing scenes in Ponyo. That's why I chose to include it in this. The cat bus is one of my favorite characters from My Neighbor Totoro. It's because I wanted to be those girls. I wanted to be on that cat bus, and I wanted to be driven around by a cat. That sounds so cool. But as you can see, I really lost inspiration with the Howl's Moving Castle because I put all that energy drawing Howl's Moving Castle. Now we're moving on to my least favorite part about bullet journaling, erasing all the pencil marks, because it's really a gamble on whether or not it smudges. But I think I waited a whole day before I started erasing everything. Another part about erasing though is the fact that if you erase too hard you could bend the pages, which I definitely did to a couple of them, and it irritates me so much when that happens because I try so hard to be gentle. But as you can see, I'm holding down some pages so that it doesn't pull the pages back and rip it. It has happened to me before when I'm doing bullet journals and my page just rips because I'm just rubbing so aggressively with the eraser. But I really just try to hold the pages down where I'm putting the most pressure in order to keep it flat and not rip. I was also using a kneaded eraser, which was really hard to work with since it kept bending everywhere because it's kind of like clay feeling, like a Play-Doh, and it's meant to like take up small amounts of pencil, so I guess I should have just used a regular one. But again, using a regular one, I was scared that it would smudge a bunch of the markers, and kneaded erasers kind of just pick up what's there, so it rarely does smudge, for me at least. But yeah, this is where you see I switch over to a regular eraser. Since it's less ink, it's kind of just line art, so it worked really well for me. I don't think you guys can really tell where I like bent a bunch of pages, and obviously I see it because I'm very close up and personal to my work. Oh, you can actually see it there with the cat bus in the left hand corner. It's a little bent. Coloring is also one of my least favorite parts about bullet journaling because I hate having to color match everything. But I guess that's not really my fault, it's kind of the lack of color range I have in my markers. I use the Maui series pens from the Ohuhu series. It has a lot of colors, but not really skin tones, so you can see later I struggle with the coloring of skins, so I think I just have to buy more markers, but I feel like the Howl's Moving Castle came out really good. And I remember debating about whether or not I should color it in because I kind of like the plain line art, but now that I colored it in, I kind of like it. And I went the extra mile and I colored in the sky too, which I usually never do, but it came out super well. This slide was very difficult because they were kind of just all blue tones, and the marker series has a lot of different blues, but it was difficult trying to find the exact blue that the art was showing. And it's a lot of shading too, since they're all working with the same color, different hues. And then I really like the little detail that they added to the cats on the bridge with the highlight on top. I think I should invest in those white pens that put shine into things. Or maybe I should get glitter pens too. I feel like that could add a lot to my bullet journal. With the Totoro page, I just made him this gray, but I think he should be a little lighter than this. Again, I don't have a lot of markers to work with, but I think it came out pretty good. My favorite part was drawing all the raindrops because it was pretty interesting, but as you can see later on, I got kind of lazy with it and I just started to just draw a bunch of dots everywhere. And I mean, you don't have to always be so creative with your bullet journals, just do what you feel is best. Sometimes when I'm exhausted, I just choose to wait a couple days. I think in between the sketching and line art and coloring and erasing, I think I took a week off. As you can see, my nails change actually between these because I took breaks. It's important to give yourself a break whenever you're doing such long pieces of artwork because you don't want to exhaust yourself. Like for example, when I was sketching it, I kind of lost interest once I got to the House Moving Castle weekly spread out. So just try to pace yourself. But again, I did this kind of speedy because I wanted to get this out before March and I was really busy with school and stuff, so I didn't have time to do all that. But I'm hopefully gonna get this out before March starts. So if you guys get inspired, you can take inspiration from my Ghibli bullet journal. But if not, you can also just go to Pinterest. Again, you can see me struggle with the skin color, and I thought that this shade was going to be more pinkish, but it actually came out more yellow. It's even worse because it blends in with Sosuke's yellow t-shirt. This is one of my least favorite bullet journal spreads because you can see me really struggle with the limited color palette that I have, especially with the Kiki's Delivery Service gifts. I feel like the choice of making the monthly habit trackers there really ruined the art because I didn't get to color in the pieces, because the way I track my habit trackers is by coloring in the days that I do those habits. For example, for the no spend, I would color in 1 if I didn't spend any money on the first day of March, and so on and so forth. So I couldn't really color in the gift boxes, which is majority of the boxes here. I felt like it was just really off. For the mood trackers, I just fill out what colors correspond to how I'm feeling. And for the Ariete piece, I really like this green color that I use, and I feel like I don't really use it that often, so I'm happy that I had a purpose for it now. Since I did a gray Totoro in the last spread, I decided to do a blue one, which is pretty common depiction. And then I just have another Kiki's Delivery Service, which I found really cute. I also found this on Pinterest, by the way. I really find it so satisfying the way I color the onsen cards because I just do one big swoop up and down. If you guys have any recommendation for markers that blend in together better, please let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But I would say the Ohuhu markers are really good. I just need more colors. I might buy the 120 pack. I can't wait for you guys to see how lively the waves in this art for the house for Ponyo. I just used 2 different shades of blue to just show the different layers of the sea, and it came out really good. The cat bus, I feel, has the most accurate coloring out of all the slides. Look how accurate that is. And I love that I put the dark sky in the background. Very simple, yet one of my favorite pages. Alright, and this is the final look through of my bullet journal. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and please let me know if you have any other spread ideas for me. I am really proud of this because it literally took so long, and I always end up gravitating to having a Ghibli themed bullet journal in every single year that I have a bullet journal. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.